AB right. If a type list which we have defined in the Claim Center, the type list name, would be prefixed with CCTL, okay, CC means Claim Center, TL means a type list and then the type list name, and it will automatically assign an ID and it will assign the name as well. Yeah, can you go back to the type list? Yeah, no, one more. This one, yeah, here. So here you are saying. The type vendor type is 1. Okay, each one will have 1, you can. These are 2 tables. This is the AB contact table. Okay, and this is a vendor type table in the back end. So in Guide, where this is the ETI file and this is a TTI file. This is a type. This is an entity. So we always refer the entity, the type list in the entity right. We are referring the type list in the entity because type list sits under the entity only right as a column. Yeah, you can see. So we have in this table. Also we have a vendor type column here. Okay, so let me show you this column as well in the contact. Let me see if I have vendor type or not. Okay, so these are that. This is the vendor type list, okay, which will contain all the values, and this vendor type list should be defined here. Vendor availability, vendor type, you can see. So we have defined this as a column. This type list as a type key here, right? So that's why we have connected this ETI, so it will be behaving as a column. So what is the primary value and the secondary? Okay, these one's primary value is nothing but the name. Okay, name. We can have any name for reference, suppose. I'll show you from here also. The name of the column which we want in the entity and the secondary value is nothing but the type list name, the exact type list name which we are going to refer. So the primary value will be in the where you are defining the entity, and the secondary value is the name of the type. Okay, got it. Yes, so. Okay, so you have defined it here right. So it will act as a column in the AB contact table, right? So that's why we have this column in the backend vendor type, because this is also stored in a table format. So that's why it is referencing through the ID. Okay, let's suppose say object number 76 is selecting Auto Glass Shop. Okay, for vendor type, so Auto Glass Shop is not stored here. Rather, the ID for the Auto Glass Shop is stored here. Okay, that's how this relationship is maintained between the entities and the type list. Okay, it will refer the ID section. Okay, got it, okay. So now talking about the data dictionary. So there, if you want to see all the relationships right, all the entity relationships, everything. There are 2 ways to do that. One thing is you can just go and check the studio and check that. You can just control do Ctrl-Shift-F and check where it is subtyped to. Yes, one place is the studio where we are going to check the entity relationships right, like subtype relationships we have seen. Right, if they're going to the AB person entity from here. We'll search for the person file. We'll type Ctrl+Shift+N search for the AB person entity. And if we want to check the relationship between AB person, maybe contact will go to AB person and we'll see the sub-entity type here. This is how we can see the relationship. Okay, this is one place, but if we want to see the relationship on a higher level, right, complex relationships, we want to see. It's not feasible, right? It's not feasible for all the team members. Only developers can visit this studio, and they can go through one file to other file and then check the relationships between different entities. But there should be some documentation also, right? So we have this documentation. We call it as Entity Data Dictionary. So how do we generate the data dictionary and how do we access it? So in the repository, if you'd go to the folder structure right, there is a command which we need to run to generate the dictionary, and we can refer the dictionary whenever possible, right? So the command is, I'll go to the CMD, and there are so many type of commands which we have to use actually. Okay, I'll be going through the important commands as it uses. It just comes in right in the training, so I will go through each and every command. But from this regenerating data dictionary, we have a command twb space regen dictionary. Okay, so this command is running. It will regenerate my dictionary and we will place it in the doc folder. As I'm running this command for the first time in this slide, so it will take time. I think it will take 15 minutes, so let it be. Okay. So this is. You can see the entity relationships here. So about the AB contact entity, right? You can see what the AB contact entity. What are the fields? Yeah, so I was talking about data dictionary. So data dictionary is nothing but the documentation of entity relationships. It will tell us what are the relationship between different entities. So you can see if we here in the screen right, we have AB contact entity. So if you'll click on the AB contact entity, it will give you all the details related to the AB contact entity. What are the subtypes to the AB contact entity? So these are the many subtypes of the AB contact entity. What are the subtype of AB person? These all are documented in the data dictionary. What are the fields present? What are the type of fields? Okay, what are the relationships of the entity? Right. So you can see here it contains so many fields. Create time, fax phone primary phone value. Vendor type. Okay, vendor type also is a type 2 vendor type, right? So even for a claim center, you'll have something like this, yes, for all the centers. So for how often do you create this? It is generally created for the first time when we are doing some changes in the data model. So every time you make a change, you can generate this data model. Yes, it's not mandatory to generate it, it's for developers' reference. Got it. It's not mandatory to generate every time. It's not like if you will not generate. That this data dictionary, your server, will throw error. It has nothing to do with error, but it will just store the documentation of the entities. So whenever you want to reference entity relationships, you just need to create the data dictionary and then open the data dictionary and you can refer it. The thing is, say, for the Claim Center how you generated the data dictionary is by going to that particular installer, but for a developer, has been you're working as a developer? Do you have this in your local? Will you have this local? Yes, we have this repository in our local and we need to. Once we do the changes in our local, we need to check in the changes in the cloud.